Although the persons in individuals who have seen as this a huge group of the people and their so-called norms, what they have actually, it's their opinion and it is their to some life followers of the society. If they see some persons, individuals, they always seem then as a treat or as something which are not contribute to themselves, and there is a society different have always whatever has been it just of course is not the humans himself as to the something special. It's of course different animals have different systems and so on, but humans what are very much now they have the huge control to the nature itself beyond, and this of course that is all those single individuals who doesn't contribute themselves are doing they have a socially inadapted and then there are the society itself began to deploring them. They are to banking, plunking and soaking them, and they are focused or they are debunked out of the society. There is what is the term? Of course, the early education. If the one cannot stand on to some system discipline on the what are going to, for example, the school. If you are not going to learn those things, what they are going to tell you, which are to some progress. What there's always every countries have a different education agendas and a different process. Because if you are not going to sustain the social individuals, they are just are they forced to the change or are they lethal? Just very many countries actually force the people whatever. So this as individual freedom is not the important thing onto any of those societies, because what they are trying is something advanced perhaps, or the interest to society, not the interest of the individual alone. And of course individuals have always also the question what's the best social and systematic governmental the style. Is it then to the some capitalist constitution which have a free market and some labs and some ruler system? What is the northwestern countries, or is it something having something badly orthodox going on? Of course we have to always ask the new question and always even the old tradition and facts, and we cannot just be conservative about the things. We have to be just move on, and as the scientists have saw it that there is always a lot of new things to find out what can be getting the change into making some change. What is art people change it, but anyway what the art created the system of very much went in the single individual, how much this single individual is controlled by the society. Every time this single individual leaves some marks, whatever he do action or something, is always seen by anybody else if they are present, and every time then is a present to other people who of course have the expectation of the single individuals, how they behave and how they contribute, what kind of the form they are present. And of course there is very much of these other peoples are always other people also driving them. They have some interest how they live work, and they are always, some say it's a help, some say it's good and bad, whatever they want to say, but it's true facts. The society is always it's right with the self-interest, and that's to try to maintain its self-interest. Of course, to question what are there the forces, what are the data tendencies to get into something, the information to get in about the individuals. In the old time we have the names, we have the family tradition and something. Of course there is, now we have a lot the new way to call it technological, we can keep after what the people are. Of course in the old times they had some job and there were some roles which were, but there was not written text so much. Now we have a number of statistics, very careful and certain. When at this point of having with computers that came into play, around this, and now we can just have all the information in one place, and we can just try to see to what's the person, how his history. And actually, when it was a very fractal in this early to modern societies, and they had a lot of different, so when we have a different data of the people's history, they have a different history on the medical, school, employment, and all the different things, and now the career. But this now are now the data center to one point, so they have all the data in one place, and there is some access to the system which are very much seen by any individuals who are somehow in the social control, the social enforcers, and these enforcers are always seeking that these people are there, they're spending their time, whatever are they giving to the career, so they are like there's some kind of the searching police or policies and all kind of the social the system. Anyway, these persons are very much seeking every single individuals that they are